Elden Ring and From Software aren't even safe in this leak free-for-all. In this video, I'm going to talk about the leaks, some theories, and speculation based on the lore that I know personally and just some that I've researched. I did all the research so you don't have to, and I hope you enjoy the video. So, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree is rumored to release on February 5th, 2024, almost a year out after it was first announced. And what we know so far is this was actually leaked by a Finnish esports controller company, and what they did was they basically posted a picture of a Shadow of the Erdtree controller collab that they were doing, and they accidentally posted a date along with it, which showed that it was going to come out on February 5th, 2024. So after they posted this, they quickly took it down, which some speculate that, it could just be some kind of error on their part, but others think that this might actually be a real date that the Shadow of the Erdtree will release, which is only a few months away. But here's what we know. FromSoft released a statement a few weeks ago saying that their development of the Shadow of the Erdtree is actually going very smoothly. So we love to hear that. Some other things that we can expect are some new weapons, new armor, and possibly a new mount. And my thinking behind this is that in some teaser art, we see Miquella riding Torrent towards this burnt and kind of dark Erdtree in the distance. This could be a hint that we possibly lose Torrent for some reason or another, possibly because Miquella took him. Or it could be that Miquella was the original owner of Torrent. So that's just something to watch out for. If Miquella was the original owner of Torrent, then this teaser art could be from prior to what we've played in the base game. It could be that Shadow of the Erdtree is a prequel. So during a 2023 interview with the Japanese news outlet Game Watch, Yasuhiro Kitao compared Shadow of the Erdtree to Bloodborne's Old Hunters DLC. But Old Hunters actually had 5 new bosses, and FromSoft said that the Shadow of the Erdtree will be larger than Old Hunters. This makes sense just based off the sheer scale of Elden Ring. So I'm speculating anywhere between 15 to 30 new bosses, just given how big Elden Ring is and how long they've been working on it. It'll be almost a year to the date that they've been working on this, because I'm assuming it's been worked on since the release of the game, or if not in tandem with the development of the original Elden Ring. Now we're gonna get to the fun stuff. This is just some theories and speculation based on the lore. This is from my personal research, along with some videos, some articles I read online, and from other creators. And the first point is the Erdtree. And for those of you who don't know, the Erdtree in the lore is a sort of Erdtree, and this was cultivated and grown by Miquella for one reason or another. And according to Vidya, who is a creator in the space of FromSoft games, but he speculates that it is actually possible that Miquella could have planted and, like I said, cultivated this Erdtree. Some speculate that the making of the Erdtree was actually an attempt to create another Erdtree, which did not obey the greater will as the Erdtree does. A notable thing about the Erdtree is that it became some sort of a safe haven for the forgotten people, the misbegottens, the Albinaric, the Scarlet Rotted, all these people, all these creatures that were not loved by the greater will, not loved by the Erdtree. So the Erdtree kind of became a safe haven for those creatures, those people. And you actually notice that there are no Albinarics in Erdtree. However, in the consecrated snowfields, they're seen all throughout protecting the Erdtree. So even they are rejected by the Erdtree, but they still worship it as their Erdtree, which is very interesting. So I think that the shadow of the Erdtree could imply that the Erdtree in some way can only be a shadow of what the great Erdtree is, how it's expanding eternity in the lands between. So now, in relation to what the lore for the Shadow of the Erdtree, I think it could be Miquella returning and using his influence and compelling nature to kind of take center stage and try to bring the Erdtree out of that shadow and kind of reveal it and eventually make it so the Erdtree is the center stage Erdtree in a revolutionary sort of way, since these are the forgotten creatures, the forgotten people. One interesting point and note that Vidya noted in one of his videos about the Erdtree and about Miquella is from the Bewitching Branch, which is made from Miquella's lilies. And the item description really makes you think of what the tone of the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC might be about. So the item description reads, "The Empyrean Miquella is loved by many people. Indeed, he has learned very well how to compel such affection. And just reading that, it kind of makes me feel like he's using his compelling affection to control people in a certain way. It could be possible because as you play the game, you find out that Mikla was actually captured by Mohg, and him being captured, he could have been corrupted by Mohg in some way, and that could be a reasoning behind him turning evil if that's the path they choose to take. And him being loved by all could serve as kind of the impetus of the story of the Shadow of the Erdtree. Instead of the Halig tree, we can talk about the Death Root, which is another way I'm thinking about what Shadow could imply in the Shadow of the Erdtree. Death Root became a very important plot point as the Rune of Death enabled the killing of Godwyn, which was the first killing of a god in the lore of Elden Ring. As you play the game, the Tarnished eventually unseals the Rune of Death after you beat Malekith at the end of the game, and this is what enables you to kill the Elden Beast at the end of the game, because a mortal is not able to slay a god. I believe that if it does go down a path where Mikla is evil and Mikla does eventually become a boss, that the Death Rune could play an important role in how we take down Mikla if that gets to the point. And just some final words and closing thoughts. I just love how deep this game is, just by the way they've designed their item descriptions and how the story has gone so far. No doubt in my mind that they planned this from start to finish while they were developing this game. They might have been developing it in tandem, like I said earlier, and it really just shows what happens when an amazing studio takes their time to craft like such a masterpiece. People are literally studying Elden Ring lore and have made amazing videos on what this DLC could be, so definitely go watch a lot of those because there's so many. People are going nuts, especially after the leaks that came out. But yeah, let me know what your favorite DLC theory is. There's so many. Mine definitely are that the Halig tree or the Death Root will be taking an important role in the DLC. My main theory is it will be some kind of an uprising, some kind of a revolution, since it does house these forgotten, these undesirables. But yeah, let me know your favorite theory. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, please subscribe. It really means a lot, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.